Alright, let's kick things off with something pretty exciting. Imagine a device that merges the high-fidelity sound of a top-tier music player with the everyday utility of a smartphone. That's exactly what Moondrop brings to the table with their latest creation, the MIAD 01. Now, you might be thinking, a music player and a phone in one? Really? Yes, really. Moondrop, traditionally known for their high-quality earbuds and audio gear, has stepped into the smartphone arena with something that's designed to make us sit up and take notice. First off, this phone has a sleek, modern look that's pretty darn eye-catching. The body is mainly plastic, but don't let that fool you. It's sturdy and feels solid in your hand. There's nothing flimsy about it. When you pick it up, you'll notice it's surprisingly light and slim, making it super comfortable to hold. Even with its lightweight design, it doesn't feel like it's going to slip out of your grip, which is a huge plus. The back panel has a nice texture to it, giving it a bit more of a premium feel than your typical plastic fare. And yes, it sports the Moondrop logo and model number neatly displayed. Now let's talk ports, because they're a big deal here. This phone features a 3.5mm headphone jack and a 4.4mm balanced output. These aren't just any old ports. They're designed for severe audio lovers. The 3.5mm jack is perfect for everyday headphones, but that 4.4mm port, that's where the magic happens, offering high-quality, balanced audio output that's a rare find in phones today. Let's examine the Moondrop MIAD 01's display, which is quite a spectacle for your eyes. Right off the bat, you're greeted with a large 6.7-inch OLED screen. What makes this display stand out is its curved edges. They look sleek and add a bit of an immersive feel when you're watching videos or playing games. It's like the screen is wrapping around you just a little bit, pulling you into whatever's happening on your phone. The MIAD 01 doesn't just stop at looking good, it's also smooth. With a 120 Hz refresh rate, everything feels buttery smooth. It's one of those things you don't think you need until you've tried it, and then there's no going back. Moreover, the screen supports high-frequency dimming, which is a fancy way of saying it's easier on your eyes. This feature reduces screen flickering, which can strain your eyes during long binge sessions or late-night scrolls. Now, the Dimensity 7050 is a solid mid-range processor. It's not the top of the line. You won't be seeing this chip in your high-end smartphones, but it certainly does the trick for what the MIAD 01 is meant to do. It's snappy enough for most tasks, browsing, streaming videos, and even some light gaming. You might not want to push it with heavy-duty games, but for most things, it's smooth sailing. The phone packs 12 GB of generous LPDDR4X RAM. It is equipped with a solid 256 GB, UFS 3.1 of internal storage. And if that's not enough, there's even a slot for a microSD card, allowing you to expand the storage up to 2 TB. In Antutu benchmark, expect scores in the range of 540,000 to 560,000. This score would place it well above basic phones, but below high-end models like those running on Snapdragon 888, which can score above 700,000. For Geekbench, a typical score for a mid-range device would be around 1,100 for single-core and 2,500-2,600 for multi-core. These scores indicate good capability for everyday tasks and some multitasking. The sound quality on the MIAD 01 is nothing short of stellar. Moondrop didn't just throw in some fancy audio tech as an afterthought. They've crafted this device with serious audiophiles in mind. It sports not one, but two headphone jacks, a standard 3.5mm and a 4.4mm balanced output. This setup isn't just for show. It delivers a crisp, clear, and profoundly detailed sound. What really sets the MIAD 01 apart is its internal hardware. It's equipped with dual Cirrus Logic DACs, and if you know your audio gear, that name alone tells you Moondrop isn't messing around. These DACs aren't just thrown in to tick a box. They're tuned to deliver an audio experience that's as close to the original recording as possible. The result? A sound that's rich, full, and incredibly immersive. The MIAD 01 tackles high-resolution audio files with ease. Whether you're into FLAC, WAV, or DSD files, this phone handles them all without breaking a sweat. And for those who push their equipment to the limits, it supports up to 24-bit HD 48 kHz files directly, ensuring that what you hear is as flawless as digital music gets. Moondrop didn't stop there. They've also thrown in some serious tech to keep interference at bay, which is crucial when you're dealing with 5G signals. The phone's design ensures that the audio circuitry is shielded, keeping your music free from any unwanted noise or distortion. This phone rolls with a near-stock version of Android 13, which means it keeps things pretty clean and straightforward. You won't find any fancy overlays or a ton of bloatware here. It's just the essential Android experience. mainly focusing on its high-fidelity audio features. The phone's settings and tweaks are geared towards audiophiles, offering options to adjust and enhance sound quality. Alright, folks. When you first hear about a phone from a brand that's big on audio, you might not expect much from the camera, right? But let's see how this one does. The MIAD 801 isn't packing the heavyweight specs you see in flagship smartphones, but it's no slouch either. It sports a dual camera system on the back. The main shooter's a 64-megapixel beast. Pretty impressive on paper. There's also a secondary 8-megapixel camera for those wide-angle shots, which is pretty neat when you want to capture more of that stunning landscape or fit all your buddies into a group selfie. Video-wise, the MIAD 01 can handle 1080p recording, which is standard fare these days. There is no 4K wizardry here, but for most of us sharing clips on social media, 1080p is plenty. The video quality is decent in good lighting, but once things get dim, you might notice it struggles to keep up. Now the real talk is photo quality. In daylight, this phone can snap some crisp and vibrant photos. It's when the sun goes down that you might start noticing the limitations. The night shots can be a bit grainy and lack detail, but hey, it's not aimed at the photography pros. It's more about giving you a decent snap without needing to be a camera wizard. The Moondrop MIAD 01 packs a hefty $5,000 mAh battery. Now in my testing, even with heavy use, talking streaming music, a bit of YouTube, and the usual social media scrolls, it comfortably stretched into the second day. For the average user, that's more than adequate. Now, on to the charging part. The MIAD 01 supports 33-watt fast charging. It's not the fastest on the block, but it's speedy enough to get you out of a low battery pinch in no time. We're talking about 0 to 50% in just about 30 minutes. Full charge, just under 2 hours. Not bad, right? However, there's a small hiccup. There's no charger in the box. Many brands are taking this eco-friendly route, looking at you, Apple, but it means you'll need to have a compatible charger already, or get ready to shell out a few extra bucks to buy one. This device is also ready to roll with 5G capabilities, which means you can expect blazing fast internet speeds. Bluetooth technology is also top-notch here. It supports high-quality codecs like LDAC, which means you get crystal clear audio over Bluetooth. No wires needed. And for those times you do want to plug in, there's a 3.5mm headphone jack and a 4.4mm balanced output, giving you flexibility and high-fidelity sound. After spending some quality time with the Moondrop MIAD 01, I've got to say it's quite an intriguing gadget. It's not every day that you come across a device that tries to be both a smartphone and a high-end music player. For those of you who are serious about sound, this phone could really hit the spot. Finally, let's talk money and where you can actually get your hands on the Moondrop MIAD 01. First things first, if you're thinking about snagging one of these devices, you'll want to know that it doesn't come cheap, but it's not sky-high either. The price tag reads around $300, which honestly isn't too bad considering all the hi-fi audio bells and whistles you're getting. However, here's the kicker. As of now, it's only available in China. So if you're outside the Middle Kingdom, you might have to jump through a few extra hoops or wait a bit longer to get it shipped to your doorstep. But if you're really into your music and want a device that doubles up as a solid smartphone and a top-notch music player, this could very well be worth the hassle and the wait.